Well, let's talk about some of these playoff games now. Um, the Dolphins and Chiefs game. Dolphins struggled. I mean, they're all week they're talking about, oh, we're not just a warm weather team, but it turns out they are just a warm weather team. Tyreek Hill, he even said he got his ass. What did he say? He pushed his ass back to Cancun.
Yeah.
So yeah, what was your main takeaways from that? I honestly didn't think the Chiefs were like crazy impressive. I thought it was more that the Dolphins looked bad.
Yeah, I kind of on that same note, like the Dolphins really shit the bed here. I mean, they had a pretty big collapse of their own in this season as well. They were at one point the one seed. It was all that locked up that they were going to at least win their division. The Bills go on a Linsanity run and end up taking it, become the hottest team going into the playoffs. And as far as the Dolphins, like, what do you do? I mean, Tua is just not good enough. And I think we talked about it last week, I think, where I was telling you each Tua game is chaotic. Like there's just no rhythm to the offense. He looks fucking lost. The only good plays that they have are scramble drills. Like it just seems stagnant at this point. And Mike McDaniels just didn't have a rhythm for like the run game. He didn't have a rhythm for like the passing game. It just feels off. You know what I mean? And so I, I just don't know where you go. Do you just run it back and hope that like maybe next year we're a little better? Like, how do we do this? Or do you try to make a big move right now while your stock is the highest as Mike McDaniel and be like, hey, you know what? I'm going to call my shot. Let's trade Tua and let's draft a QB, or let's go after this guy that I really like. I just don't think Tua is good enough.
I think Tua is good. I don't know about good enough
Why'd you say it like a question?
because it is like a toss up at this point because I don't think you can move off of Tua. You can't draft a quarterback and start fresh because your team's already built to win now. I think they are another team that's in that upper tier that if things break right, they could be in the Super Bowl. But I think it's a game plan thing where Mike McDaniel, you can't just hit home runs. Like, yeah, we're the Bills game before the playoffs. We're running the same play 100 times and hoping Devin Achane breaks. Like, it's not happening. We need to switch things up. And it feels like almost if they don't get those 5 or 6 home run plays a game, they can't function. It's almost like when the Chiefs, everyone started saying, well, listen, you're not going to get behind us.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to give up the 60, 70-yard touchdowns. But Patrick Mahomes then goes and dices you up and they win. Or they run the ball and they win. It feels like the Dolphins don't have that in their arsenal right now. And I think they just need to switch up, have some other plays, other game plans, other than throw it far to Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle and hope Achane and Mostert break long runs. That in between stuff just doesn't feel like it's there and it feels awkward. And then,
That's because of Tua, though.
yeah,
Like Tua doesn't have that in his bag. He doesn't have that in his arsenal. He's not good enough.
I think he could do it. I think I've seen him play enough that I think he can do it. But I mean, we stand on two different sides of the aisle here. I don't know. You guys let us know. What do you think Tua is good enough? I think he is.
No, I mean, but anyways, let's go to the Chiefs side of this. Chiefs get a win. Rasheed Rice looks awesome. The weather was made for Isaiah Pacheco to run. Uh, as far as moving forward, now they're heading to Buffalo. Do you think how do you think that shapes out?
Honestly, I have no idea. Like both these teams can look amazing. Both these teams could look garbage at any moment, any given Sunday. So I really don't know what to take. I don't think I'll be putting any money on this game because I don't know what to expect. I think people are getting a little overhyped on the Josh Allen train right now, though. Um, he's bound to have some bad plays, but people are already like, nah, he's ready to win a Super Bowl. I think Mahomes is kind of he's there. It's just a matter of are they going to catch the ball? That's it from Mahomes. Are they going to catch it? Because he's making the plays still.
Yeah, and the one thing that looks weird is Travis Kelsey. Travis Kelsey looks so old. He's dropping passes. It just doesn't look right. I mean, if he just gets his head on straight, they could make a run. You're right. I'm not 100% confident on this Buffalo Bills team Josh Allen is the arsonist and the firefighter. He creates fires for the Buffalo Bills, but then he makes up for it with touchdowns. How long can you keep that up? I mean, we just seen with Joe Flacco. Oh, yeah, we'll take a couple of picks if it means that he throws some touchdowns. And sometimes that just bites you in the ass. You throw 2 pick sixes in a row, and that's it. That's game over. There's no momentum. So, I mean, I think the Bills should win this game. They should be favorited. I haven't even checked the line. I'm not interested in betting this game at all. But I think with home field, Buffalo should be the favorites. I think Buffalo ends up winning it, but it's an ugly game.
I don't know. I'm 50-50 here. I'm gonna go Chiefs. I'm just gonna stick with Mahomes and Pacheco and that defense, and I'm gonna go because early in the season I felt like the Bills figured it out. Like they got a run game going. You know, Allen isn't doing too much, but it feels like we've gone back to a point where they don't even want to give James Cook the ball anymore. Josh Allen just can't help himself but run it all by himself. And
But
that
they
hero,
are calling more run plays. They usually do ramp it up in the playoffs, and you're seeing that now, and it is effective. I mean, look at he did dice up this defense of the Steelers. Yeah, was out there without their best defensive player, but who cares? Yeah, I just think he has enough tools in the tool belt, but
but
he has those holstered.
I just have to see Allen in a big moment not get too excited and do a hero ball stupid play. That's it.
I mean, he did it the last time they played in the playoffs with the Chiefs. I mean, he looked good. He looked superhuman then. Since then, I don't think he's kind of never recaptured that. But I mean, maybe he puts it on with them.
All right. Well, we'll go to the